Everybody, and I am so happy to be back here and feeling so blessed to be able to finish up our story, or at least as much of it as we can. We're doing 15-minute segments, and we stopped off yesterday at Nurse Sarissa had visited Dejana's home to find out what all the belching was about. If you recall, she had been belching, and her stomach was getting bigger and bigger and bigger with each belch. And neighbors were starting to wonder what's going on. They were peeping through the windows. Children were stopping from going to school. And lo and behold, Dejana's about to have twins. And I believe that's where we stopped off, and that's where we'll start today. But first, a word from our sponsors. Hi, you all know me as G.P.Jontz, author, anthropologist, and now we have a website for Anthropology Research Center, and I'd like to give thanks to GoDaddy. Thanks to them, we're able to communicate with you, and not only that, but you can also respond to us with your concerns or with your needs. So, here's to GoDaddy. And welcome back, and we'll get on with our story. What? That's impossible. You old... Dejana screamed, partly in pain and partly in anger and frustration. What about my sister Shannon? I've got to relieve her, and I'm late for my shift. Guarding the pot of gold. I do not have time for this. It must stop immediately. End it right now. Oh, she moaned, raved, and ranted. Ranted, raved, and moaned. Lassie, I'm afraid you'll be needing relief more than Shannon. This. This is beyond my training. Call Dr. Little Pink and Purplish. He specializes in these sort of births, shouted Nurse Sarissa, shaking her head in desperation. The neighbors were still gathering outside the cottage, wondering about the screaming and strange noises they heard. They were whispering and whimpering. Some could be heard saying that poor thing, while others asked what was all the commotion about. Still others, much younger in age, snickered and said, "Ee-yow, wish I could belch like that." Run along now, children. There is nothing happening here for you to be excused from school about. One of the bystanders, Zoe, the town historian, who'd had several babies delivered with the help of Nurse Sarissa, said she had heard the nurse's request for a very noteworthy, famous doctor, presumed gone from these parts long ago. Why, with all the babies you've delivered, including all mine, Nurse Sarissa, would this one be so different? Not just any baby. Twins, Madame Zoe. Hybrid twins, she replied. Oh dear, there's been only one other time recorded in our history that hybrid twins were known to be born. It was before the great wars of separation. Before that, humankind, elves, leprechauns, and all life lived together. It was before the greatest rainbow ever seen appeared and shone down on the pot of gold. Some say it was the same time that Dr. Little Pink and Purplish disappeared from the rainbow's edge. In honor of his good deed, the place where he was last seen was named Land of the Rainbow's Edge. Yes, and it's also said that only the pure hearts of children, by saying the good doctor's name 3 times together, will he ever return, said Nurse Sarissa, turning to look at Zoe, her lifelong friend, whose babies she had helped deliver. And there's a picture of that. I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully you can. And to continue on with our story, as I turn the pages, I might add that this story will be read in 15-minute segments through Easter. So you'll be able to go back to the website ArkWoman, www.arkwoman, and catch up. If you missed the first episode, the first 15-minute segment, you'll be able to go back and refresh. Or if you just want to see it straight through, you'll be able to do it that way too. Just go to www.arkwoman.com. That's www.arkwoman.com. And back to our story. Children, before you go off to school, there's something we need you to do. Both Nurse Sarissa and Zoe, the woman who had just told the children they could not stay and be excused from school, gathered the children all together and explained that what they must do to bring Dr. Little Pink and Purplish. All right, children, repeat after me 3 times, loud and clear. Little Pink and Purplish, instructed Nurse Sarissa. The children repeated what the nurse told them to say, word for word, 3 times. Each time they said it louder. Little Pink and Purplish. Little Pink and Purplish. Little Pink and Purplish!
She's on drugs, man.
At first, nothing happened. The children just stood there and watched for something to happen. Although they didn't know what or who they were waiting to see. Suddenly, towards the mountain of Rainbow's Edge, the sky appeared brighter than their youthful eyes had seen. And the rainbow appeared to be moving closer than ever before seen. It seemed almost close enough to touch. Meanwhile, back at Rainbow's Edge, Shannon still awaited Dejana's arrival, or at least an answer from the wise old pot of gold. The pot of gold appeared to be looking upward in deep meditation, contemplating an answer to her question about her sister, or asleep with his eyes open. After the sun rose to high noon, you could feel the heat rising as well, which made Shannon even more tired of waiting for answers. Then Shannon noticed the shepherd boy she had seen before when she would be relieved by her sister. "Boy, you there! Boy, wait!" called out Shannon, running to stop him on the trail through the mountain path from the north. At that moment, the eyes of the pot of gold looked about to address Shannon, who had abandoned her post to speak with the shepherd boy. "At last, my day has come." Stretching and yawning, preparing to... Oh, what's he preparing to do? Let's see. Oh, something's about to happen. The rainbow has come closer, it looks like, according to this picture here. And looks like the leaves are starting to rustle in the wind and go upward. My, what's about to happen? Let's see. Let me read on. What happens next?
2 minutes.
Flee from inside. He's about to flee. My day has come, and I'm about to flee from inside the pot of gold, said the wise old face of the pot of gold. The rainbow swirled with the mountain wind. It surrounded the pot of gold, gathering leaves, engulfing the pot of gold completely until it was totally hidden from sight, as though something or someone knew to take over, keeping the pot of gold safe. And one moment while we check in with our sponsors. Thank you.
3, go.
And we're back, and just a reminder, be sure our support for these programs are sponsored by www.arcwoman.com. And we'll stop the story right there, and be sure to tune in tomorrow for more on Top of the Morning.